This is it TV. Icon Talk. Where the icons talk.
We cover your schoolboy years and we started to dabble in your division, St. James Division 1 years.
Right.
Now, big kickers. You broke into the violet kickers still at some point.
Bram Brown again.
Of course.
Again, 87. Right. let me share this for some. I'll share this with friends. Some people, viewers outside might not know. But I remember 1986. Bram always passed through the pre-season, always passed through contract Marcus. I'm a Mark Ledford, as you know. I think at one point we were captain and vice captain of the national team, so they were close. Yep. So he always come up by the school ground. I remember 1986 he came up and like him come a day and boots and everything in our gears. And I said, Marcus, let me test you what you keep at them. They say, thank God. You know, and then he started kicking. You know, but he started out chipping.
Easy,
catch and nice and easy. And then he went into his bag of tricks. Because Clint, this is the first man I see you kick a ball, make it move 4 or 5 different ways.
Yeah.
Bram is the first man that I see. And when the man start bend some ball and me I move to my left and ball gone to my right and me ball kick and me gone to my right, ball gone to my left and I go, listen Marcus, the keeper them not good man, they're not ready. Embarrass me and chat up there. I tell you clean. But 1987 now, after we come back fresh from national duties, as me say, I remember that even that year. Yes, I played for Seba United. I don't know if you know this. Seba was
hold up.
Seba was courting me from 86, 87. From 87, Seba was courting me.
Bertha.
I spoke to a number,
All right, hold up. I think we got. Me want to go. More we zip it along, but I think we go too fast.
No, but this is 1987, so we not go fast.
But hold up. Because I didn't know say you are a stint at Seba.
No, I didn't play. No, I didn't. They were courting me. They wanted me to come.
Oh.
To Seba.
Okay.
So I remember before the summer of 87, when I came back from national duties, that was I think in March. So I think between April to June, I know it's before school gave holidays. So I think it's between April to June, there was a university team who came down, I don't remember the name of the university, to play Seba. And they invited me to come and keep. So I think I played the second half in that game because they wanted me to join the team. So this was the year we have trying to lure me in. And the game was played on our school ground.
I think it was
the game was played at Cornwall. Possibly, I don't remember. But the game was played on the school ground because I remember when I was going to go on halftime, I remember the entire pavilion, everybody started clapping because the fact that this is one of their own national representatives who they great for Mighty Seba United.
I have watched a couple interviews with Bertha. I think this is a TV exclusive. I don't know if you ever speak this kind of interview before.
No, because normally a question and answer thing we normally do.
Man. So this is an exclusive because I didn't know that Seba tried to tap you up.
Yeah.
You know,
yeah, man. From 87, as I said, and then during the summer now, as I said, fresh from national duties, played for Seba in that game. So summer now, Bram come up again. And I guess him figure say, boy, yeah, man, check Marcus, try you with them again.
So I tell
different thing, man. All when him start pepper them, man, everything in keep me the fly pan. So from this on, I realized that now, man,
this is the second time you mention or make reference to your goalkeeping prowess. And I'm going again, the first time you do it, I tell us I'm gonna share something with you later on in the conversation. But you bring it up again. I'm glad to bring it up because it reminds me, and this is such an important thing for me to tell you. Going, but 15 minutes later, further from now, I'll tell you this. Now, Bertha, more jump forward a little bit. All right. Kickers to me has always been a bridesmaid team.
Right.
Right? Because of course, you know, the two giants, Siba and Wada,
Yeah, Siba and
dominate
Wada,
the
yeah.
sphere, you know? And but for me, your team always seemed to be like just that one or two missing element from going over the mountain, you know, or to the mountaintop.
True.
I think two important things happened to Violet Kickers, and you correct me if I'm wrong, right?
Right.
Theodore Whitmore and I forget the coach name. It's tell us if you do my research.
Errol Gillett. Errol Gillett.
Thank you, sir.
Yeah, I was gonna say the same thing. Yeah, he was the difference eventually that year. But you jump far ahead. You jump gone too far. Some more. Remember, you mentioned the Bram them. So I tell us now, you're the 7 of Violet Torres. Then the summer when he came to B Cup training. So again, 87. So 88 now. Played the Costa Cup. Played the Al Costa, Al Manning. And again, the Saturday when I played Al Costa, Al Manning at Jarrett Park, we lost 1-0. The Sunday, I was in goal again for Violet Kickers against Boys Town, Premier League.
That went legal, man?
yeah, that was then, yeah. But tell people, I played that all the Al Mannings the Saturday, the Sunday, I played Kickers Boys Town, I beat Boys Town 2-0. Where Sertan scored a free kick and a corner, I think.
Oh, yo, Bertha, listen, man. Sertan Thompson, man.
Yeah, man. So it was Bram actually who, I think it was Bram who told Chubby that he wanted me to come to Violet Kickers. And then...
Now, I'm trying to figure out, is this the same goalkeeper, Chubby, who played for juniors?
No, not something a Walker. Chubby's younger than me. Chubby is from Kickers, Setwood as well, you know. Winston Walker, Winston Walker, we call him Cuff. Or Chubby. He's younger than me. So Cuff and Warren Blythe, Clyde Facey, that a Dutchman, Howard Animal Franklin, all of them come from Chetwood.
Yes.
The late Edward Hall, you know, one of my best friends then time there. All of them come from Chetwood. So Chubby is that guy named Leroy Aaron. Up to I think last week name but Bram spoke to him, and eventually, you know, we did the transfer. I went to Kickers 1988 after the schoolboy season. No, this was Violet Kickers' goalkeeping department. Errol Bowley Williams, Colin Sonny Brightson.
Oh,
Warren Bertha Barrett, Aaron Wildboy Lawrence. So all four of us were Kickers that year.
Hold up. Wildboy play for Kickers?
All right. So I'm not going to say you're not growing up here, man. Are you come from a country?
Well on, man. No, you see, because quite possibly, because me was just, me was just so pro-Siba, anti anything from Rushies.
Right.
So me pro-Siba, anti-Rushies. Completely. Right. So me would have never even known the Wildboy play for Kickers.
Yeah, man. When I joined the 88, he and I, it's like what Bram used to do, because both of us were so talented. So we would alternate each week. So I'd keep this week, next week it would be Wildboy, third week in me.
So you've been, you know, part for want of a better expression, partnering up with Wildboy for years, coming up through the football.
Yeah, a lot of people don't know that. But when things, this is how Wildboy ended up at Reno now, you know. We're playing, and coincidentally, it's Reno, as I just mentioned, we were playing Reno at Jarrett Park. And that was my week to play. I think it was a Wednesday game, I'm not lie. And I tell you, playing, that was probably my best game up to that point, up to 1988. From as a youngster, under 14 coming to 19, from 84 to 88, that was my best game against Reno. We beat them
From that, then I look for Wildboy again, don't you?
From that, Bram said, all right, this is I number one. And that's the following year now, Wildboy left and went to Reno.
let me ask you this, Bertha. Let me ask you this because, no disrespect, you and I are friends. I'm a consider you a brother. Anyway, did you know that Colin Bryson, for me, was one of the best goalkeepers at that time? At that time. Now we come back again to what I'm going to tell you further down the road, an observation that I have. But at that time, I couldn't understand how you keep up a Bryson.
I don't know either.
Maybe 100% honest. Maybe 100% honest with you, because this is the platform where I can start and we got sheer. Go sheer stuff. Because you don't give me a lot of gems right now. You understand? And I thought I was a football connoisseur, but you the show me up now.
Yeah.
But hold on. Just a second, Bertha. Colin, now that we mentioned it, shared a story with me one time. And I don't know if you ever shared the story with you. I think he went away on some trial, right?
He was in England for a while. Yeah, he was in England. Yeah, man. Nice Colin Virgin, He's still talking to today. Yeah,
Leighton Orient, and him saying they were playing a practice game or a preseason game, something to that effect. And him still going to stand, and the opposing team kick a power shot from the goalkeeper. And the goalkeeper sprawl out and make a brilliant save. So him jump off the bench on the clap.
Yeah.
Everybody look around for themselves. Like him an idiot.
What happened, mate? Why are you clapping?
So what is this? I don't know what I'm saying. He was
expected. To make that save, yeah. Yeah,
do you understand? That's seared into my mind. I'm a person of moments in a bar where me recognize moments and then file them away for further use. And that is one of the information that stuck and dictated even when I started coaching. The mentality that I wanted to instill the players who played for me. You understand? But anyway, sorry for cutting you off of your thought process.
No, man, that's good.
You're telling me, you kick wild boy, send him back down a bush. Right?
That's your term, not mine. He took his transfer and he went to greener pastures in Westmoreland. But going back a bit.
You're such a diplomat.
Yes, I am. Going back a bit. Bryson helped me to prepare for my first year at the Casa Cup in 1986. Bryson was quote unquote my goalkeeper coach. Because back then you never really have goalkeeper coach, but as a past student, because he kept the year before 85 and he was excellent when he replaced Patrick Green, goalie boy. Goalie boy started. And then Bryson took over, and that's why he got the name So Sonny because he was slim and it's just his name in the show. So 86 now, in the summer, Bryson was there helping me doing, little goalkeeping drills and stuff, and we talk and reason and chat a lot about football where, let me share this with you, he even drive fear in me. I can't tell you, bro. I remember one at a time, preseason, we were training on the field behind the Dakar Cup field, a little field right there, so. And we had do summer wrenchy. You remember Renchi used to come and flick and pick the ball off a man's foot.
Pick up the ball, yep.
Right, so we rather do a drill where like me jump over him and catch the ball and flick with it. And I said, no man, you're even better than Renchi on this. But that isn't something that I brought into my game. But he said I was almost flawless at it during the training. But we are reason all the while about ball and I said, boy, Bertha, I can't tell you. If it's your first game, you don't nervous, because when looking at his stand and you see people and I tell you the clear, that's why you see sometimes you don't take people's opinions on certain things. You see your experience is different from somebody else's.
Yep.
Yeah. So if it's a good thing I wasn't a person who was short on confidence or I wasn't a fearful individual, I'm an optimist.
Yes.
So I always think positively. So my first game, I remember we played William in 1986 and I walked out on the field and it was a home game. And I said to myself, I not say it out loud, but I said in my mind, Colin said me they were nervous. When I walked out, it was as if I was preparing to play a class game. to be honest.
You distinctly remember that mindset change in that moment.
Yeah.
Yes.
I wasn't nervous, and basically I just wanted to chip that in, that Bryson was there. So big up Colin, wherever you are.
Yeah, man, enough respect, man. Enough respect for Colin, man.
Yeah, man. As I'm saying, today we still reach out and talk to each other.
So now you pretty much was saying that episode to speak about even the influence of Bram King
right.
your early kickers days and thing.
Yeah,
right.
Yeah, because he was the coach. He was the coach one year. Remember Ziga and David Garden.
Yes.
Peter Lee, Bram. Those were the 4 coaches I played for before Errol Gillett came.
Okay.
Gillett came in 93.
I want to get to the Gillett, right? Because
right. 1994.
One talking stages, right?
Right.
So I want to get to the stage, the age where so we did early days Cornwall, Violet Kickers. Then I want to do national team. Right. I want to do national team after this, and then after this, and then I want to do the present. All right. So we know at Kickers. In comes this man from overseas, and I have always paid attention to coaches. I've often said, the Lakers coach, the Chicago Bulls coach Phil Jackson back in the days was why I became a Bulls fan. It wasn't Chad, and I followed him to Lakers. You understand? So
I was always a Lakers fan.
Oh, really?
Even then.
Yeah, okay. Good.
No, that is the thing with me, Clint. You see, you have a lot of people who, quote unquote, somebody might work on this where them jump. Yeah. No, from me know myself, I've been a Lakers fan, even though I cheered for Jordan and Bulls. Lakers was still my number 1 team.
Yeah, it was Bulls first, admittedly, and then Lakers. And even speaking in the NBA parlance, like I've often said, I have never seen a team run more plays in the NBA to this day than Jerry Sloan's Utah Jazz back then. And as a result of that, Jerry Sloan is always a legend in my eyes.
Right.
So when Errol Gillett came to Kickers, I started make nice. I want to start make super nice in the city. I come a couple on a training session because I wanted to see who is this guy and what was this guy about. I don't know if this is your experience because you were there on the pitch every day, but I felt like I saw something different than what I ever see happening in Montego Bay before. Is that your feeling?
Yeah. If you want, even though we weren't being paid, I think that was my first experience of, I'd say, living the life of a professional footballer.
Yep.
Yeah. I mean, Gillett was a disciplinarian, he was a tactician, he was a no-nonsense individual. And he told us from pre-season, he said, when we come training, because we used to train at Seawin at the time, the field was at Seawin.
Yes, sir.
And he made sure, he told all of us, and he's a soft-spoken person, he not shout. When he upset, he not shout. And in a small voice, said, gentlemen, when you come to training, you can make all the noise what you want out by the road. Let's say the moment you come through the gate and enter the field, is my
business.
Business time. I remember one training session, one day, rain, whole Mobile, the rain like hell clean. That thunderstorm. And we said, boy, I'm not taking no training, I go keep to this. But anyway, we could go down there for see. And when we reach down the sea, when I get it, I make life feel on my umbrella,
Of course. Of course.
I can tell you there were some sessions as well when training probably the standard that he expected was not being set by us players, and he just get vexed and just pack up all of the ball. And I say, all right, since you don't want to train, all right, probably do some running. So we run for like probably an hour.
So,
You know.
so again, I have another disclosure.
Mhm.
This is so I'm a coach's coaching.
Right.
You know, your friendship, and even the friendship that I have with Tapa to a certain extent allowed me to come a couple of national team trainings, Jamaica national team trainings here in the States.
Yeah.
In fact, that's one of my biggest flex to this day. I remember I come check on the team. Y'all was playing a 4-team competition in Jersey, which was like 2007 or 6, somewhere or another.
With Ecuador, we played Ecuador,
Paraguay, Uruguay, and I think
2011. The child was part of that team. 2009, I think it was.
It was 9.
Yeah.
It was 9.
I think it's 09, yeah. I think it's 09.
And I come meet down at the hotel.
I remember.
When I have a training session that day.
Yeah.
And there was a police escort at the training session at the stadium, the Giant Stadium. And guess who in the police escort? Clint Robinson.
Yeah, remember that. Yeah, man.
I was behind the bus, the police car in front, and the procession. And I said, boy, I move out of the way, let the Jamaican national team come through. I had my son with me. And, that was a big flex in me. But, I came because I wanted to see the sessions that you guys were putting down. You know what I mean?
Right.
So, Gillette now, what's the name? Gillette or Gillette?
Some people say Gillette, some say Gillette, so it's fine. You know what you say, I guess.
All right. So Gillette now came and transformed coaching to me. Because many people, a lot of people watch players, they don't watch what go on behind the scenes.
Behind the scenes, exactly.
What year did he come, and which years did you guys win the Premier League?
Well, he actually coached us just 1 year, 1993-94 season.
That was the year you won?
Well, we won it twice.
Yeah, but that was the first year you won.
That was the first year we won it, right. And it was his philosophy that even Dean was the coach for the second year we won, 95-96.
Oh, okay,
but it's the same philosophy from Gillette days, because Dean also was probably in his latter years as a player when we won the first year. I think Dean was a part of the team, or was an assistant coach. I think probably he's assistant coach, I play with Dean. I play Premier League with Dean,
Never know that. Never remember that.
Yeah, man. With Pele, when Pele was there, Dean Weatherly, Free Pair, as you know, Vinton, a lot of players. Yeah, man. Dean played. I played 1 year with Dean at Violet Kickers. I think Dean was the assistant coach 93 when we won, because when Coach Samoes jumping a little ahead, when we had a discussion with Coach when he was here, and we decided to change the formation because Coach wanted us to play a Brazilian 4-4-2 with two disciplined central defensive midfielders, and he wanted Twinny to be one of those players. But you and I know Twinny is an energizer bunny. Twinny is an 8. Well, Twinny is everything. Twinny is a 6, 8, and 10 in one package. So it wasn't working. I remember it was vividly. And I said it was at Jared. This session was at Jared Park, and it wasn't going to plan. And I remember after the session, coach came to us and he asked us, "What formation do you prefer to play?" I said, "Coach, 5-3-2." I said, "Okay, from today we play 5-3-2."
Hold on.
So that is all.
I change the formation to 5-3-2.
He asked us what we prefer. I told him. We told him.
All right. So I've always wondered about this, right? So I met René Simoes. My first coaching license was under René Simoes and Gamma. And Gamma was
Walter Gamma, yeah.
Yes. So being a fan of the Brazilian system back then, but I always wonder how does a Brazilian coach come up with 5-3-2? This is for unorthodox out of the Brazilian philosophy.
Yeah.
No,
but he wanted us to be comfortable.
I don't want to elaborate this yet. Please stick, but just put a sticky note on that point.
No, man, but what we really do is a comparison between the 5-3-2 and Gillett, because that is what we played at Valley Kickers, 5-3-2.
Was it?
Yeah. So the system was similar. So when he actually changed to 5-3-2 at the national team, I was basically jumping for joy, because a lot of what our tactical setup, offensively and defensively, a lot of it was similar to what we did already at Valley Kickers. That's what we used to win Premier League. We used to tell people that what we did, our strikers were the trigger points. So what we do, Gene Arba when he came, as you know, Gene Arba was one of the strikers. So what we did, so we would send one, if we wanted, what we do, we'd look at the central defenders for opposing teams and see who is a weaker player. So what we'll do is channel them to play the ball that side of the weaker defender, and then we 1-2 passes, then the whole 10 people, you press and try to back them in our corner to win the ball. Give up the outer door. As you know, if you cut the field in 3 thirds, you know you can't close all 3 windows. So what we do, we close at least 2 windows, leave 1 open, because for this ball to switch 50, 60, 70
you force them to switch it if they can. And it will give us time. Even if the switch is good, it gives us time to recover and keep a shape. So this is a system and this is something what we walk through on a daily. Just like we eat dinner at the time, we did that. At that point in the ball game, because me never know, say, nobody at Jamaica that think and coach the football that way at that time.
I guess Gillett was born in Brazil, put it that way. Yeah, man. Trust me. When we're at Syrian Clint, we would stand in position, like all 11 players would stand in position and we'll walk through. I mean, literally like you're walking up. We just walk into the positions where we should be at a specific time in relation to where the ball was.
So the football is
so all teams prepare now. Gillett brought that from 93. Trust me. Every player knew their job description to a T, especially defensively, and then the communication was right. And again, as I said, Gillett come and he changed the whole culture of Valley Kickers. Let me share before you. Hopefully you don't forget your point. I remember playing for Bram, as I said, Bram, David Garden, and Ziga, Peter Lee. Halftime of some games, you wonder who the head coach is. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 people at half. Sometimes you're confused. So when Gillett come, because that time we had club meetings, I think every Thursday night. We had club meetings every, I don't know if I think it's Thursday or Friday night, run by Umber Avenue. What's this gentleman's place? The Kickers World Boy Toy. He had a rental place right there. It's when you turn at St. John's Methodist Church, that road, coming up after you pass Dome and come up around the corner, you know that left turn they can carry back to Princess Street and Queen Street.
Oh yes.
Lawrence, you know Jackie Lawrence, Mr. Lawrence rental place where they did on the right hand side.
I don't quite remember it now, but I think we know
it's right across that turn. Yeah, Mr. Jackie Lawrence. That's where the meetings used to keep every Thursday. I mean, turnout was good between players, staff members, or old players, and even some fans were there. You throw your dues. I don't remember how much the dues was, but I mean, it was vibrant. Wow. Yeah, man. This was on the thing, and there were incentives for the team. So the person who score would get incentive, cash incentive. The person who assists would get cash incentive, and every clean sheet that we kept.
This is what the pros. This is what the pros
incentive. That not said that this was our early day. This is my first experience of playing pro. It's just that I wasn't collecting a check at the end of the week or at the end of the month. But at least I got incentive for performing well, as I said, clean sheets, myself and the back five defenders would get cash incentive. Man who assists get cash incentive. The goal scorer get cash incentive.
I'm going to talk to one of the persons that I'm hoping to talk to. Well, we spoke already, and it should be on the program. Is Steve Butler, who is the mentor, you know. And Steve was the first coach I ever experienced. And I remember I made a play for juniors. You know, Clive Garden. I used to, you know, I'd be the caretaker manager. Rest in peace, Clive.
Yeah, man.
And, yeah, man. And the first time Gabby turned up to training after my dad juniors, months, I feel like a god walked over the training ground. And Gabby took training because he was like that. He didn't like stand on the sideline and watch. He took over training that day. And the first time I know Gabby was a real coach was we were attacking the opponent. And, you know, like you just alluded to, the ball was on the right side of the field. And, you know, I'm open over up on the left side. So the football swing, come over. And I'm still standing there. So by the time I'm standing there now, my left-sided player come up. So now two is a crowd. And Gabby start the game. And said to me, said, big man, you saw over there about 3 days. Like, what's going on? And I'm like, I was open. And he said, yeah, you didn't get it. You didn't get it. So no, what's next?
Yeah.
And him said he recreated the play, Bertha. He recreated the play in such a way that he said, now that the football is transitioning to your side, now is your opportunity to switch your position in field so that that space opens up for the man that's coming behind you. And him instruct the midfielder, do not play it to foot, play it into the space. And you know, me remember thinking to my head, this man is the greatest coach God make, because up to that point, I had never been introduced to that level of instruction. Because the level of instruction that I was used to was lava pipe around the defenders. God, you know, and you know, he just come a field and he just showed some balls and run some ball, man. Half time at the same thing. Just the midfielder them get all the blame all the time. You know it got and midfielder now work. So you saying that now about Coach Gillett is what I observed when I came to Violet Kickers training.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yep.
So Violet Kickers now, 2 championships. 2004, 5?
No, 93, 94.
93, 94.
1993, 94. And then 95, 96 with Dean.
Okay.
Yeah. So Tapa won one with us. That's because Tapa left Gosiba after the first year.
Yeah, we had to take him from you because he couldn't go work out much longer with him over there. You know. I want to go back though, Bertha, to 1990. 89-90 was the senior call-up, right?
In March 19, well, the end of 1989, but my debut was March 1990, first year.
1990. When you went to the national team, it was one name Clive Williams?
Smith.
Clive Smith.
Was
a goalkeeper, yes, Boys Town coach.
Goalkeeper.
Good goalkeeper.
Right.
Good goalkeeper. Very agile. And thing. How was the level of competition at that time with the national program?
There were, I think, 4 of us who got called now. Myself, Clive Smith, I never remember Marvin Chin, the great from Stats.
Of course.
Yeah. Marvin got called as well, and there's this goalkeeper from Cavaliers. I don't remember his name right now. So there were 4 of us who got called. We're all in training. I don't know. I don't think Marvin didn't have the love for it again. I remember he started training and then he stopped probably after about a couple of weeks or so. He just stopped and he went to because he was into music, you know. He was a selector or something. So
sound man, yes.
Yeah, he just stopped. Yeah, so he just stopped. Then it left.
This was Carl Brown.
Yeah, Carl Brown was the coach. I think Donzel was the assistant. Donzel it was. Donzel was the assistant. 1990. Yeah.
I just had this conversation with Tia. And you mentioned it earlier. In my opinion, and a lot of Westerners, countrymen used to get a fight with the national program. But Teagat insists Carl Brown actually love Western players. What's your point? What's your view on that?
What I would probably love is a strong word, but I understand what Teagat is saying. I think Coach Brown eventually learned to appreciate the fact that Western Jamaica, during that early, I'd say from probably 1990 up to when Coach Morris came late 94, that Western Jamaica was where it was in terms of footballers. And we saw that from when we won the first Shell Caribbean Cup in 1991, that Teagat, I think, was the top goal scorer and got MVP.
Yeah.
I think that's when Coach recognized really that, you know, players from West, you know, these are the players. So kickers, Reno, Siba, Wadada, there are a number of players. When we go camp, you have probably what, 13, 14, 15, 16 players from West alone.
Exactly. That was Teagat's point. That was Teagat's point.
Yeah. So it started it started after we win Caribbean Cup, but 1990, that wasn't the case. So let me share a bit about that now. So 1990 now, as someone who, remember I told you the last time I sat on a bench was on a 16 game 1985. Apart from the couple rotation with myself and Wireless.
Yeah.
No, was that right? So the starting goalkeeper now for Valley Kickers from say 88 up to 1990. So that's say a 2-year period. Now I went to the national team. Yes, Clive Smith was a good goalkeeper, but as you know, I went to camp telling myself that I'm the number one. I'm the best goalkeeper in the country. And in my opinion, I was performing that way, and even some of the senior players told me that as well. But come match day, I wasn't playing. So it was a young, immature youth. You know, you start bury things inside and start frowns inside, but come out with it. As a young youth, because I think that was a difference with players then and players now, because we then there was a level of respect that we had for authority, where even though you might have frowns, I think you wouldn't do it openly or disrespectfully. But them youth nowadays, when I tell them that, not for them, they just tell you as it is. See, so even though I was upset and I was frowning, it wasn't outwardly, so you couldn't tell unless me tell you. You couldn't see it on me unless I told you. But deep down, I was bitter and I was disappointed. And for me, as we say, I'm going to look at things from football. So I'd say I was selfish. I was looking at things from my point of view. Say, I'm should have been. Understand? So because of that, now I started a quote unquote a resentment towards Coach Brown. See?
Okay.
So it went on for a while, and as we said, we never play, and I guess mentally, we never did it either. As much as we did it, we not did it. So I remember we played the Crystal Palace game. Compared to the national team in our friendly game at our stadium. And I tell you, Flint, my worst game in our national colours.
Really?
Because you see, as a youth, I'm honest. As I say now, I got through the challenges with, as I say, I think I should be playing and I'm not playing. So, me not really show that interest in terms of training and putting out the effort because I concentrate on something I play. So I got the opportunity to play the Crystal Palace game and show me mentally focus and prepare. I tell you, it was a disaster.
Mercy.
We lost the game, I think, 2-0. Crystal Palace. I was a nervous wreck. And after that game is that is when I start to refocus and start think differently and let go some things. I say, me have the ability and the talent to be the number one goalkeepers, but I have to
get the mentality right. The mentality
right. And I think what helped me was the fact that I remember we left camp 1 week. Let's say today is what? Today is Wednesday. So let's say we left. Let's say today is a Friday and we trained and left camp the Friday. Go home to Mobile and we have to reconvene for the next camp for the next week, Tuesday. No, myself, Twinny, and Hector, 3 of us were in the team then. And when I reached out to them, I think Twinny said, "Nah, go up until Wednesday." So I'm saying, "Okay, got you normally I share we travel together." So now, bam, Wednesday we go up 1 day late. Yeah, I won't tell if we come up 1 day late, Clint. Big meeting, Coach Brown and Horace Reed was the manager at the team at the time. Yeah. Big meeting keep with me, Ike and Twinny. But you want me know, Twinny wasn't performing well during the Shell Cup qualifying, you know. Qualify for go Shell Cup in Trinidad. So Twinny never play well. Like after as you know, me a benchman, so easy for replace a second goalkeeper.
Yes.
Eke dropped the ball. Eke was the man in midfield. Eke run all of the ball.
Of course.
So after the meeting, the man them done with me and cast me and Twinny away for the rest of the Caribbean Cup qualifying.
Really?
And suspend Eke for I think. Yeah, suspend Eke for I think for 2 weeks and Eke get back call. So I was out of the national team.
Which year?
That was the summer. Summer 1990, man, after I met my debut against Barbados at Stadium.
Oh, so this was previous to winning.
That was March.
Yeah.
This is before because we won the cup the following year, 91. But I wasn't a part, because I said I wasn't a part of the team from 1990 to 91. I wasn't a part of the team. I was in the stadium though for the finals against Trinidad. My girlfriend.
This is it TV. Eye contact. Where the icons